I'm back. Back and better than ever. Yes, to the Radiant Citadel we go for hopefully the last time. I'm going to squeeze these last two adventures in one video. I could not bear the thought of doing one more video than I had to on this, so the ennui was hitting me hard, but just like Angel Eyes in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, when I get a job, I generally see it through. So, yes, we will go to adventure number 12, Buried Dynasty, which takes us to the land of Great Qing, the city of Yongjing. The players are invited by Secretary Wei, the old lady who runs everything in this land. She wants them to explore a series of ruins underneath the city. And ostensibly, she tells them that she's looking for the diary of an old ruler. What she is really looking for is something called Dragon's Blessing. See, the rulers of Great Qing are kept alive by potions of longevity. And it is enhanced with a little kicker, which is, I believe, crushed up dragon egg shells, and it makes them live for a very, very long time. But alas, the land is out of Dragon's Blessing, and she wants to see if there's any stores hidden under the city. So she's sending out people all over, including the player characters. She's actually going to send a spy with the players. And this spy is Lu Zong, who sure looks like a woman to me, but rest assured, when your characters talk to Lu Zong, they better refer to her as they, them. Yes, it just won't die. So anyway, the players go down. They eventually will find the diary that they're looking for, and Lu Zong is, of course, looking for the Dragon's Blessing, unbeknownst to the players, but eventually they'll catch on. There is no more Dragon Blessing down here, and she sends a message to Secretary Wei, who then says, I'm afraid you know too much, and she says that she, for the good of the land, she has to kill the characters and even her spy, Lu Zong, who quickly turns coat and is on the player's side. So yes, the Secretary Wei sends the whole group to fight a bunch of jade golems. This could be a tough fight. They have to figure out a secret which will open a door and get them the heck out of there. What I don't understand is when they do that, all of the evidence needed to implicate Secretary Wei, and and all of this information about Dragon's Blessing, which apparently is unknown to the Emperor himself. All of this stuff is right outside the door to the fight with the golem. It's an odd place for Secretary Wei to send the players, but the players, once they escape the fight, should have enough information to let the Emperor know what the heck is going on, and that the land is out of Dragon's Blessing, and that Secretary Wei knew it. And she's probably been lying to the Emperor. But they will come up, and I think it's like during a play or a concert or something. I can't remember. I don't know. They will have their opportunity to explain everything to the Emperor. And whether they succeed depends on some dice rolls, whether he believes them or he believes his own secretary. So, honestly, it's just kind of a standard adventure. I didn't find anything very special with this at all. I don't know. I think this book is just grinding me down. I looked up the author, Felice Kwan. Young lady, seems very woke on Twitter, but not toxically, so I didn't see a lot of spurging, about evil, Republicans or stuff like that. It's just she's very, very into identity politics and things, but she is also just a video game writer. She has zero experience in role playing, and that theme will carry over to the next adventure too. So yes, I believe she probably just gave some grand sweeping plot points, and it was up probably to the staff at Wizards of the Coast to polish it up, and maybe they did the best with what they had. There might be a couple of decent elements. I mean, the fight with the Jade Golems, you could probably just port that into any other adventure. It's not too bad. There's a thing where you have to figure out, you have to link the runes, I think, that are on a door with the runes that are on, like, the golems or around the golems or something. So, I don't know. It wasn't too bad, but it was just a very basic plot. I did chuckle when I found out that all the information to implicate Secretary Wei is right outside of the room where she teleported the players. So, again, I can't really recommend this one. You might be able to weed a few things out here and there, but just yes, the Secretary Wei, the woman, she is the real power behind the throne, and the Emperor is just kind of a dumb figurehead. It seems like, and when I looked at her Twitter feed, it kind of all fit. She's very much into girl power, and of course the they them thing thrown in. Aside from that, there's not too much in the way of wokeness in the scenario itself, but yeah, just not very inspiring, I must say. Not very inspiring at all. So this one is a thumbs down, as they say. So we will then move on to our next adventure. And that does lead us to the final adventure in this book, Orchids of the Invisible Mountain. This one was written by Terry Romero, who has tons of D&D writing experience. She's written plenty of it. Oh, nope. She's a vegan cookbook writer. Yes. Zero D&D experience. Literally just has written numerous vegan cookbooks. But apparently she was qualified to do this. This is one of the writers they picked. She has set this adventure in Venezuela. I checked. I thought maybe, maybe she's an escapee of the Chavez regime, the Maduro regime. And no, second generation, raised in New England, living in New York City, obviously a vegan, so probably pretty woke. Although I will say, I did look on her Twitter, and she does pretty much stay in her lane and just sticks to food stuff. So I will give her credit there. But she didn't have the qualifications, I think, to do an actual adventure. I got a feeling the staff at Wizards of the Coast had to polish this up to get it in shape. The players will arrive in the land of Atagua, which is being pulled between the Far Realm, which I think is evil, and the Fey Realm, which is good. So I don't know, it's constantly having this battle. Anyway, players arrive and they see a sugar mill is on fire, so hopefully they go help put out the fire. When they do that, there'll be a little attack on creatures that escape in from the Far Realm looking for food, I guess. They want to feed on the workers. They're called whistlers. Yes, once this is all taken care of, there'll be a scene where a woman is kind of seen in a portal. She's like a native woman with a parrot. She says her name is Urana, and her parrot's name is Nini. And Nini flies through to where the players are, but Urana, I guess, is trapped. So she says to go find the entrance to the Ghost Orchid Tepui, which is a realm that you can only get through a portal. So when the mill owner hears of this, I guess he's supposed to hear of it. He gives the players a little bit more background. He will tell them that apparently the Ghost Orchid Tepui has a very rare orchid, and the seeds of which are rumored to bring back the dead. And he would like them to go find that orchid and the seeds for him so he can bring back his son. Assuming the players do it, they're going to head out. The parrot is going to fly and lead them to a gigantic termite mound, which contains a portal to the Ghost Orchid Tepui realm, which is basically just a river, a mountain, and a crystal cave. When they get in the crystal cave, they'll see more of those whistlers and 2 aboleths. Now, aboleth is a rare creature, and it just speaks to the editing of this book that they would throw 2 more aboleths in after you just, maybe fought one. If you're going through this book in order. I mean, just a couple of adventures ago, I think it was. So I think your players are going to have that sort of like, oh, not again feeling. Probably a tough fight. And if I was them, I'd be mad, that I died just because the author doesn't really know D&D, and I guess the people at Wizards of the Coast were too lazy to realize we already had this monster as a feature in another adventure. So anyway, assuming they beat the aboleths, they'll find the seeds, and they also find a big snake there, and he is the spiritual center of the Ghost Orchid Tepui. I think his name is I can't remember it right now. Chimagua, yes. And apparently he is ailing because creatures of the far realm of the Drought Elder, who I guess is the big boss over there, they broke into this crystal cave and carved off a couple of pieces and brought it back to their realm. So Urana, the lady with the parrot, when they finally do see her and talk to her, she'll ask them, hey, can you help out this Chimagua, who's like a big snake? Just go to the far realm, find the Drought Elder, and see if you can get these pieces of the crystal cave back so we can heal Chimagua. So the players will do that. On to the next thing. They go to the far realm and see the Drought Elder, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like a big, gigantic termite body floating in space. So they'll have to wend their way through. The big fight here is, I guess, the Drought Elder itself. Even though the body is dead, I guess the mind is still alive. And it has the stats of a demi-lich, so it's not a pushover. But yes, when they do that, they will find the shards of the crystals at the mandibles of this termite body. And when they bring it back, everybody will be happy. Order will be restored, and you will be done with Radiant Citadel. My final thoughts on these adventures in this book is just very underwhelming. This book is at times aggressively bad, especially early on. The later adventures are just kind of your more run-of-the-mill, usually bad, a couple of bright spots here and there, a couple of things you can steal for other adventures. But overall, boy, oof, if you did not buy this book, consider the bullet dodged. I am still reeling from that opening salvo describing the Radiant Citadel. And just how lazy it all is. They jammed all of their BS into that initial chapter. And then it's like they completely forgot it. There's no structure here. There's no guiding force editorially to weave these adventures together. They're just a bunch of separate adventures written by unqualified people, by a staff whose only goal was just to trumpet the race of these people. And this should tell you a lot about equity and what it leads to. This is not equality, this is equity. They said, we are going to hire X number of minority writers, and this is what they came up with. The ultimate adventure in this is written by a vegan cookbook writer with no D&D experience. That's how little they thought of this book. It's terrible. Overall, it's just bad design, and I am so glad to be done with this thing. I will do whatever I can to cleanse this out of my mind. So anyway, that is all I got here, but oh no, I am not done. Not by a long shot. I have the new Spelljammer series. Yes, the box set. That has just arrived, and I am just now going through that. We will see if we can glean any lulls out of that. And I also have one or two other things cooking, so do me a favor. Be kind, like, and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. It'll keep me going, seeing that subscriber count inch up like every beginning YouTuber has to. It's very cool to see a couple of new subscribers a day. So do your best to share this video. And other than that, we will let you go as we bid adieu to the Radiant Citadel. I hope you have a fantastic day, and we will catch you on the flip side.